window of games. Thunder and Celtics. Obviously the Thunder are going to talk shit. All their fans are going to. Um, we didn't have Porzingis, and Jaylen Brown had one of the worst games I've seen him play in like 10 to 20 games. So there you go. There's that. Not a lot you can really judge on. But hey, the West Best Thunder come to home of the NBA champs, and they beat the Celtics. They clinch a playoff berth. Obviously, great scoring for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren, just being really good offensive pieces together, just kind of meshing there. And obviously, Chet Holmgren is going to be a board grabber as well. And they clinch a playoff berth. They won by 6. Obviously, a really good game. You know, Thornton and the Celtics in Boston. It's always tough to go on the road, and SGA gets it done. His offense lasts to wherever he goes. Obviously, Jason Tatum was hitting all sorts of clutch jump shots trying to keep his team in the game, but it's just Jaylen Brown did not play that good. That Derek White played really good on both sides of the ball. Give him all the credit in the world. And Jason Tatum had some really crafty moves, and he was getting to the rim. It was really just him and Shai just playing really good offensive basketball. But you look at the Thunder, you get 23 points, 15 rebounds for Chet, who shot 50% from 3, 34 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who shot 55%. Really good game. You look at the Celtics, you get a 33-point performance for Jason Tatum, and Al Horford played some really good basketball. 18 points, 10 rebounds. He shot 50% from 3, 6 for 12 to be exact. Absolutely incredible. 22 points for Derek White, who also shot 50%. I mean, I guess Drew Holiday could have played a little better. I mean, we had Luke Cornett playing really well off the bench for playing against, like, Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren. I really put this on Jaylen Brown. The guy shot 0 for 5 from 3, shot 33% overall from the field, and in 38 minutes he fouled out and didn't give us much. So that was definitely an off game for Jaylen Brown. Hopefully we'll come back stronger than ever, and we will have Kristaps Porzingis, because I don't think not having him in this game is a huge problem. Now, obviously, Chet and Hartenstein were getting through a lot of things with and getting these mismatches, but I don't know. Moving on here, we got the Suns and the Rockets. Jalen Green leads the Rockets past the Suns in a game marred by a fight between Steven Adams and Mason Plumlee. Great game for Jalen Green, great scoring, leading to a victory. Steven Adams and Mason Plumlee got ejected for a fight. Like, this was a legit fucking fight. Like, I didn't really watch this game that much because I was mostly focused on the Celtics Thunder, but this was pretty crazy, dude. Mason Plumlee and Steven Adams obviously got ejected. They were grabbing each other, took each other to the ground. They were scraping at each other. That was one of the first legitimate fights I've seen in a long time. I don't know when the last time I have seen that, you know. Really good game of basketball, though. Alperen Sengun, obviously, just beautiful offense from him, facilitating, scoring. He plays great. Terry Eason, just being a young guy, getting to the rim and being aggressive. Love it. Jock Landale's going to hit some tough shots for them. He's a heavy-set guy. Or not heavy-set, but he's big. You look at the Suns, though. I mean, 25 points for Bradley Beal. That's really all they had going for them tonight. They don't have a lot of depth on this team. I mean, Royce O'Neal started. And you have Colin Gillespie, you have Ryan Dunn, you have Bull, you have Iguodala, you have Tyus Jones, Damian Lee. You have a lot of guys. You have a lot of options you can kind of look at off the bench. I don't know. Royce O'Neal has obviously been like a long-time starter for this team, so I don't want to like shit on him, but I just don't think he's the greatest. He passes the ball well, and he moves the offense around well, and he plays defense, and he's gritty. I don't know. You look at the Rockets, you get 15 points and 10 rebounds for Terry Eason, who shot 40% from 3. 20 points for Alperen Sengun, didn't miss a shot all game. 29 points for Jalen Green, who shot 50% overall. He played really well. So those three get it together. Holy shit, I need to trim this goddamn thing. It's getting real itchy. Moving on, though, next game we're going to talk about, we have 2 more games to talk about. We're going to first start with the Jazz and the Grizzlies. Obviously, the Jazz, again, are kind of shit out of luck here, but hey, they keep it close against one of the top-tier teams in the West. Luke Kennard and John Morant convert late three-pointers. They lead the Grizzlies past the Jazz. They win by 7. Great scoring for Luke Kennard and John Morant. We've obviously seen like Luke Kennard be a really good scorer in high school, but it's cool to see that in the NBA out of him. They get the victory. Yeah, back-to-back threes, just being momentum players, those two, and it was awesome. Jay Huff got to the rim. He was getting big. Pretty fun game. Ja Ja and Colin Sexton kind of got into it. Ja had a near alley-oop. All this stuff was happening. But yeah, Ja Morant was playing at all three levels of the ball on both sides, really. He played really good. 22 points for John Collins, though. You look at the Jazz, he shot 33% from three, 67% overall. 22 points for Colin Sexton. I like Walker Kessler. I think he's a great rebounder, but if they want to win moving forward, they're going to have to rely on guys like Bryce Sensabaugh, Jordan Clarkson, Kyle Filipowski kind of coming off the bench there to supply some scoring. Now, I guess they kind of did that. I think all those guys kind of deserve more minutes. Who am I to say? I guess missing Keontae George kind of hurt them as well because he's usually their spark off the bench that can give you 20 a night. So, yeah, Grizzlies, you get that 28-point performance for John. You get the 30-point performance for Luke Kennard. Those two put on a damn show. It's nice to see them getting wins without Jaren Jackson on the floor. Hopefully he gets back soon. He's on my fantasy team. Next up, the thing that's going to close the night out for us, we had the Knicks and the Trailblazers. And obviously, this should have been the main event, but I really didn't look into this game too much. But we had the Knicks and Trailblazers going to OT, and obviously Mikal Bridges nails the three-pointer at the buzzer. They give the Knicks a 1-point win, overtime win over the Trailblazers. This has been a really fun. We're nearing the end of the regular season. It's sad, but it has been a really fun regular season to watch this Knicks team, the camaraderie, and all the Villanova guys getting together. I love it. 25-foot three-pointer at the buzzer. They give him the win. And yeah, the Trailblazers aren't a great team, so you can't like sit there and celebrate this too much. But dude, they've been fighting their ass off to try to win some basketball games. So this is a pretty dope win for them. Mikal Bridges, again, huge shot, made for some really good basketball. I love it. In the clutch, Mikal Bridges, boom, 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 hit some threes. I mean, Trailblazers played decent on both sides of the ball, and they were able to convert some turnovers and make it tough, but Knicks are just too good right now. I mean, 33 points for Mikal Bridges, 50% three-point shooting, including the buzzer beater. You get 23 points for OG Anunoby. You get 21 points for Karl Anthony Towns, who shot 50% from three, 67% overall. 11 points, 11 rebounds for Josh Hart. He shot 33% from three. And this is a game you don't have Brunson. And that's great. So, not great that he's out. Great that they were able to win without him. For the Trailblazers, Deni Avdija has been playing really good basketball lately. 27 points, 15 rebounds. He shot 50% from three. You get a 21-point performance for Shaedon Sharpe. 30 off the bench for Scoot Henderson, who made all four of his three-pointers. I mean, Anthony Simons had a really off night, to be fair. Like, they have Duop Reith and Scoot Henderson kind of giving some support off the bench. But I'm not going to give too much hate to Klingon because he had a great rebounding night, but I would say Anthony Simons mainly lost them the game because he could not get a bucket to fall, only shooting 25% from three and under 20% from the field. So not a great look on his part, obviously. Again, they are a kind of a rebuilding team. They're kind of figuring out this young core they've got. But yeah, looking into tomorrow, there's a doubleheader on TNT, Lakers-Bucks. Again, LeBron will not play, so that sucks. You get that game, and then you get the Kings and the Warriors, which will be actually a really good game. I think that's going to be a very competitive one. Two teams in the West that are pretty viable. I mean, I wouldn't say they're contenders or anything like that, but there you go. That's really all I have for basketball tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to get going on Squid Game because I just watched the third episode today of the season 2. It's been pretty fucking awesome. I actually really like season 2 so far, and we're getting close to like the halfway mark of that. But again, anytime there is close basketball on, I haven't been watching as much basketball lately. I'll probably try to coming up, down the stretch to the playoffs and teams are kind of clinching stuff. Just dropped a Jason Tatum video on the channel. Go check that out. I think it's a dope video. I put quite a bit of hours into that. So it'd be nice if you guys could support it. Jesus Christ, that same duet. I don't know if I'm the only one that gets that stupid duet ad, am I? But have a good